Hello everyone, my name is Sethi. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we are going to talk about research aptitude for UGC NET paper 1. We will discuss about all these important topic. What is research aptitude, positivism and post-positivism approaches of research, hypothetico-deductive research, empirico-inductive research, qualitative research, quantitative research, action research, experimental research, research steps, types of sampling, type 1 and type 2 error, and we will also see APR versus MPL. So let's start it. What is research? Research is creative and systematic work which we undertake to increase the stock of our knowledge or use our existing knowledge with a new and creative way. Research is creative and systematic work which we undertake to increase stock of our knowledge or use our existing knowledge with a new and creative way. Being as a teacher, you can research on teaching strategies, you can research on educational technology, even you can research on student well-being and methods of evaluation. But in order to do research, you must know about research aptitude, because research aptitude means having skill and attitude which you need for doing research. Positivism approach of research. Positivism approach believe in objective reality where everything can be measured in terms of number. In objective reality, thoughts, feeling, emotions doesn't exist. As we know, we cannot measure our thoughts, feeling or emotions in terms of number. So, positivism approach of research believe in objective reality where we can measure everything in terms of number. According to this approach, knowledge comes from direct observation and measurable effect. And this approach believe in a quantitative research. As we know, quantitative research mainly based on numerical data, and it uses deductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning means where we move from general principle to specific conclusion. For example, general principle says all triangles have three sides. Based on this general principle, I came to conclusion this specific shape belongs to triangle because this shape have three sides. Post-positivism approach of research. Post-positivism approach accept objective reality exists, but we cannot know about it perfectly. But why? Due to human biases and complexity of this world. Obviously, this world is very complex. We cannot know about each and everything perfectly. This approach believe on both quantitative and qualitative research. Quantitative research based on numerical data, but qualitative research don't based on numerical data, because we mainly do qualitative research in order to know thoughts, emotions of people. A post-positivism approach believe in inductive reasoning. In case of inductive reasoning, we move from specific to general. For example, in zoo, I saw so many children were enjoying zoo. So based on this, I came to general conclusion, children enjoy zoo. So here you can see we are moving from specific to general. Hypothetico-deductive research, as its name suggests, here we formulate hypotheses and use deductive reasoning for making prediction. First step, formulate hypothesis. What do you mean by hypothesis? Hypotheses are some statements which we assume, guess or predict during our research. For example, we formulate one hypothesis, regular exercise can reduce the risk of diseases, improve mood and boost energy. This is general hypothesis. Here we use deductive reasoning. As we know, in case of deductive reasoning, we move from general to specific. That means researcher will make a specific prediction based on this general hypothesis. Finally, we test and make conclusion in case of hypothetico-deductive research. Empirico-inductive research. We don't start empirico-inductive research by formulating hypotheses. Here, first of all, researcher collect specific empirical real-world data. Then uses inductive reasoning in order to understand patterns and formulate new theories. As we know, in case of inductive reasoning, we move from specific to general. For example, first of all, researcher collect some specific real world data on women. They are going in depression due to hormonal changes. Based on this specific data, researcher came to general conclusion hormonal changes can cause or trigger depression. Quantitative research. Quantitative research is process of collecting and analyzing numerical data in order to understand patterns, relationship and averages. For example, companies survey 300 customers and asking them to rate their experiences on a scale between 1 to 5, 1 for poor, 5 for excellent. Then company calculate average satisfaction score. So here you can see company analyzing numerical data in order to know satisfaction level of customer. It will be called quantitative research. Important type of quantitative research are descriptive, correlational and experimental research. Descriptive research, as it is described thing. Correlation research shows the relationship between variable without manipulating them. For example, we have two variable, one is dependent, other is independent. Dependent variable is student score in exam, independent variable is their study hours. And correlation research shows the relationship between these two variables without manipulating them. But experimental research investigate cause and effect relationship by manipulating independent variable and observe their effect on dependent variable. Qualitative research. Qualitative research is non-numerical research. That means here we collected non-numerical data. We don't analyze any numerical data because we use qualitative research to know about belief, feeling, suggestion, emotions or thought of people. For example, you are taking interview of so many people so that you can know about their experiences. It will be called qualitative research. Important type of qualitative research are phenomenological research. Here we collect data to understand experiences of people. Grounded theory. In this research, we discover new ideas, capture experience of people and connect theories with the real world. Historical research also part of qualitative research. Here we collect record, letters, photographs or read from book, article so that we can know about feeling, emotions and opinions of people in past. Action research also part of qualitative research. We next study about action research. Action research. In action research, we simultaneously investigate and solve a problem through cyclical process of planning, acting, observing and reflecting. In action research, we simultaneously investigate and solve problems through cyclical process of planning, acting, observing and reflecting. For example, teacher uses oral reading intervention in order to know reading problem of a student as well as simultaneously improving it. First of all, teacher will make plan, then take action, means actually conduct reading program, then observe a result, eventually reflect on action. If she think students are improving, then okay, but if she think students are not improving, then she again make plan, take action, means this process will continue until student will improve. Now we are going to talk about a process of research, or you can say that steps of research. First step, identify problem, or you can say that select a topic of your research. For example, your research topic, how people can prevent depression. This is your problem. Through research, you will try to solve this problem. Second step, literature review. That means you will review already published material on the same topic. For example, you study so many books, articles which have already published on depression. Create hypotheses. Hypotheses are possible, or you can say assumed solution of your problem. For example, assumed solution of this problem by feeling gratitude, doing meditation, exercise, eating healthy, people can prevent their depression. Research design is a main framework, blueprint, or you can say the main strategies of your research. For example, here you decide type of research, sample size, type of sampling or method of data collection. Data collection. Now you execute your plan, means you will go in market and start collecting data. According to your problem, you will collect data from people who are suffering from depression, who suffered in past, or you can collect data from doctors. Data analysis. You will organize your data in proper way so that you can easily understand it. For example, you will do editing, coding and classification of data. Hypothesis testing. Now you will test this hypothesis. If your research result matches with your hypothesis, then you accept your hypothesis. If your research result will not matches with your hypothesis, then obviously you will reject your hypothesis. Next step, finding and conclusions. Finding and conclusion are outcome of your research. Suppose you accept this hypothesis, and this will be called outcome of your research. By feeling gratitude, meditation, exercise and eating healthy, people can prevent their depression. Finally, you will make a report. Ninth, last step of report writing. Here you present your finding in systematical way. Now we will see important types of sampling: probability and non-probability. Simple random sampling, stratified sampling, systematic sampling are part of probability sampling, convenient sampling, quota sampling, snowball sampling are part of non-probability sampling. Simple random sampling, where every member has exactly equal chance of selected for a sample. A stratified sampling, here we divide population into homogeneous subgroup, then select sample from each subgroup. Systematic sampling, here we select sample from large population at regular interval after selecting first sample randomly. With the help of example we understand. Suppose this is our population, first sample we will randomly select. Suppose I randomly select 3. After that I will follow regular interval. For example, I follow gap of 10. After 3 I will select 13. After 13 I will select 23. Then 33. Then 43. Then 53. Here you can see first sample I select randomly. After that I follow regular interval, means after that I follow same gap. It will be called systematic sampling. Non-probability sampling, convenient sampling. According to our convenient, we will select a sample. For example, someone living in Delhi, then he will collect data from area from the person who are living nearby Delhi. Quota sampling, here we select a sample according to pre-decided number. Pre-decided, or you can say the fixed number, will be called quota. Snowball sampling, here research participant give reference of some other participant. For example, you are collecting data from one patient and ask them give reference of other patient who are suffering from same condition. For example, he will give reference of this one. He will further give reference of these 3 people. He will also give reference of these 3 people, and these 3 people will further give reference of other people. It will be called snowball sampling. Now we will see type 1 and type 2 error. In hypothesis testing, we make null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. Null hypotheses are statements which show there is no relationship between variable. Null hypotheses are statements which show there is no relationship between variables. For example, null hypothesis shows there is no relationship between green tea and good health. For good research, we should accept true null hypothesis and reject false null hypothesis. But type 1 error occur when you reject true null hypothesis, and type 2 error occur when false null hypothesis is accepted, or you can say that type 2 error occur when you accept a false null hypothesis. Now we are going to talk about APL versus ML. APL stands for American Psychological Association style. MLA stand for Modern Language Association style. In APL use author date format. In MLA use author page number format. In APL final page of sources is titled as references. In MLA final page of sources is titled as works sites. In case of APL required separate title page, but in case of MLA don't require separate title page because paper information is in the header of the first page. So this is all about today's video. I think you got it, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye, take care.